圈 A pom pomiru test。圈 A 罗黑 AA 下划线317后排提示：此人夜吼。圈 A pom pomiru 现在油管显示 ID 怎么不一样了？圈 A 罗黑 AA 下划线317无敌了，我昵称呢？圈 A pom pomiru 你显示的是什么？圈 A 罗黑 AA 下划线317好像是 YTB 的用户名。圈 A pom pomiru 我前2天开始就这样了。
I've got an errand to.
Does anyone still remember Discord?
tell me. tell me.
圈 A 罗黑 AA 下划线317没有。
之前显示的那个油管是这样吗？就你现在看到的是 ID 还是那个？Dance first. Rendezvous.
圈 A 罗黑 AA 下划线317用户名。
为什么现在会变成这样？我怎么前2天还不是这样的 ？Gate of hell is broken. Behind the shattered obsidian is a silent, pure white world, completely different from the and treasures water outside. The winding staircase is covered with white beams. The distant wall is covered with pure white plaster statues. They look unfinished but contain a certain rough tension.
圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，因为 YTB 和你一样的是吗了？
Mutation of fear seems to have not yet invaded the place.
Welcome to the special section of the witching hour, the unfinished land. It's mostly works I haven't finished or am not really satisfied with, but the museum likes them and set up this section.
It's like the navigator has become alive. They have exactly the same voice, and it's making me really uncomfortable.
Ella marches, she then chucks the corner of your clothes to whispers in your ear.
Hey, who's this woman? She was looking really weird when she was with you just now. Something must have happened while I was not with you. Are you two
肚子好痛。
super close now?
我昨天吃汉堡干，现在肚子里，哎呦。You can stop the mutation. She created all the works here and can destroy them. She can help, probably.
A fancy artist? She seems pretentious and not very trustworthy. Are all East Siders like this?
These are Glares and Hela.
Creators can lie, but their works can't. My works speak my heart.
Where is the owner of Witching Hour?
Right down here.
Then slowly down the winding staircase, looking down from the hand drive. A statue of a holy woman stands in the center of the bottom. Her hair looks vivid, and a veil half covers her face. It's truly a beautiful masterpiece. But the whiteness without temperature or sound doesn't give you a sense of tranquility. It reminds you of death and something frightening. Is this your work here? Doesn't look like the oddly shaped things out there.
Yes, this is her original look. She hasn't been distorted by witching hour yet. It's not finished, but she has gained far greater power than me. 2 months ago, I received a particular piece of stone. It was unmarked and flawless, too perfect to be of this world. It has a mesmerizing power before I even start carving it. And the moment I touched it, an unprecedented inspiration struck me. All the fears I've ever experienced were spread out before my eyes. I heard people's struggles, and they were crying out the same name. Socia. Her name is Socia. I don't remember how I picked up my chisel and hammer, and every second of carving it was like an eternity. When I snapped out of it, the statue was already taking shape, as if it had been in the stone all along, waiting for me to awaken it.
Turning fear into reality is the same as Witching Hour's mutation. So is this stone the source of the problem? Where did the stone come from?
I couldn't trace it. We only found an anonymous letter in the shipping container. The person claimed to be my supporter. He asked me to carve the perfect piece out of this stone, portray my heart, and present it during witching hour. But I've seen a strange pattern.
Enver draws an eye on the film on the side, and it's a pattern you are familiar with.
It came to me in my dream one night while working on Sosia.
圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317，这个 NFL 一眼标志。
Pattern of the Man Palmer， 这不跟重塑一样？他们到哪都是。He's of strong, able to turn human emotions into reality. An anonymous giver, the last child, they extracted joy, and this child is pure fear. It's still an intense emotion, but there's no corpus, at least now. No risk of a black ring outbreak. 他们肚子好疼，他们等下上厕所。你可以先填想好，等下要导播什么。It's worth the trip to have got so much out of an unexpected crisis. All you have to do is to end this mutation before it causes more trouble.
Okay, stop frowning or you'll get wrinkles. Anyway, we have found the target. Smash that Sosia, and everything will be fine.
圈 A
We
和
still
黑
have time
AA
for a
下划
Halloween
线
party.
317，导播9。
但导播9，导播一节没那么长啊，应该不够我去厕所的时间。我们大家可以吃饭的时候导播去。
Well, with the great artist here, it'll be easy, right? Smashy smash! Like she just did now. Right?
Of course.
圈 A 和黑 AA
I
下
made a
划
deal
线
with your chief to
317，
help you guys.
又
And
吃
I
自
want
制
this
黑
long
暗
night
料
to
理了
end
是吧
too.？
至少吃汉堡嘎，McDonald。他早期翻译好爱用 to 啊，真的。
Do you really think so?
他太爱用 to 了，操。A low voice speaks. You look back to see Lisa, who has been silent for a long time.
Of course. I made a deal with your chief to help you guys. And I want this long night to end too.
I've heard the name, Sosia. You were interviewed by Disart and said it was your life's work. You wanted her to be a true masterpiece and realize your artistic vision. It seems pretty easy for you to ditch your masterpiece and dream, Emperor. Like with the Gate of Hell. You said it's your proud piece, but didn't even blink when you destroyed it. Is the so-called thriller art just to attract attention? Eastside's art business must be so rotten if it's celebrating a deceitful person like you.
Lisa, we have to destroy that statue to stop the mutation. That is the mission. Don't get emotional.
You don't have to tell me. I know what I'm doing, and my question was for that woman who calls herself an artist. She said she wanted to be honest with her works, saying they held her dreams and ideals. If even those were lies, then aren't we the greatest fools for believing her?
Tension drops everyone in their tracks as Lisa glares at Emperor, always being sharp with her words. You rarely see her so angry.
Lisa, right? A famous art critic who's sharp and straightforward. Do you like my works?
Don't think of me as one of those people worshipping you in art salons.
Lisa's tongue is strong, but she's not speaking as loud.
I would never lie to my works. As an artist, I use the limited and trivial life of mine to create my own unique masterpieces. I put all my heart and soul into it every time I carve, dreaming of its birth. But it's not a world that one can enter easily.
Then she swings her carving hammer and smashes the quietly approaching statue monster.
Warning! A large number of enemies are coming suddenly, and they all have physical forms. Are they inverse works?
Dark maze surrounding you, sudden stairs, and Mr. Chaos, comical and ugly statues closing. Their maniacal laughter and screams encircle the stairs.
Ridiculous, isn't it? No matter what kind of great artworks I create, the audience's imagination of fear will twist it and cover it like layers and layers of plaster. And they all end up in weird shapes like this. This is not what I want to express at all. My art is not even close.
Bird looks around at the crazed art pieces, and this no longer smile on. 你他妈看什么？我去个厕所。就给你导播久德，我去找别人录播给你看。啊，受不了。
圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317 K4，把你。
别急，我们找个人给你导播的。 找个长点的那什么 breakdown， 11分40怎么又来啊？这伤单怎么这么多呀？等一下，灰吊篮这个14分钟，不然他们能有14分钟吗？ 我昨晚好像肚子又没那么痛了。
圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317，深蓝发金条了。
他应该发挺多。
里的宾客热烈的欢呼，他站在。宝石猎人获取宝石的方式有2种，但宝石的归宿似乎只有1种。 不论是在标志201里从富人手中悠哉地收购宝石，还是在危险之地冒着生命危险攫取宝石，他们似乎最终都只会在占卜师的仪式桌上化为碎片。这让阿黛拉对宝石的意义和与贝利尔一起的冒险产生了动摇。而家族传说中象征着荣耀与传奇，象征着旅途终点等待英雄摘取的战利品，象征着改变命运、改变世界宏大叙事的宝石。 在阿黛拉的冒险中，却代表着战争的燃料、爱情的残害和幻灭的青春梦。在这片不断被暴雨回溯、意义尽失的荒原上，阿黛拉对宝石的意义产生了动摇，对与贝利尔一起的冒险产生了困惑。今天要讲的就是《重返未来》3.2下半版本阿黛拉的个人剧情故事《灰吊篮无烧》。《重返未来》3.2版本千流的盛宴中，占卜师贝利尔为了窥探命运中的未知，从旁观者走入棋局。 出租车司机阿黛拉选择不向既定的命运低头，在重塑之手制造的巴黎危机中，被迫直面诅咒的阴影与自身的懦弱，最终挚友陷入迷思海死去，逆流暴雨抹去了巴黎。为了换取暴雨的真相和救回挚友的希望，阿黛拉重拾宝石猎人的身份，与贝利尔一起踏上了新的冒险。且说阿黛拉和贝利尔一起上车躲避了巴黎的逆流暴雨后，为了给占卜师寻找特定的宝石。 阿黛拉的第一站来到了大战前洋溢着诡异繁荣的维也纳，在这里，他利用家族确伪存真的神秘术和童叟无欺的价格收购宝石，迅速就在贵族和富商之间打响了宝石猎人的名号。但也很快，阿黛拉就意识到，成为宝石猎人的经历和他想象中的不同。虽然也有些收获，但更多的是接踵而至的困惑，进而形成了心中难解的郁结。 比如，他在一对夫妇手上收购一条橙色上乘的祖母绿项链时，听到的是丈夫对参军的渴望，迫不及待地想要为国家的尊严而战。点卖项链，一是为了给自己购买2双耐用的鞋，二是留给妻子的看剧场、参加舞会的支出。他们对未来的规划井井有条，却又对即将回溯一切的逆流暴雨一无所知。 又比如一位醉醺醺的年轻人用全部积蓄买了求婚戒指，在阿黛拉这儿得到了假货的鉴定结果后，梦碎跳入了多瑙河。他以为戒指上镶嵌的宝石的意义会是他通往爱情殿堂的阶梯。此刻他在冰冷河水中大笑醒悟，高喊着活着真好。上岸后与好哥们一起唱着歌离开了。又比如阿黛拉还遇到了一位新婚丧夫的女人，絮叨着新婚不到1星期，丈夫就决定去参军，用那双只拿过钢笔的手去持枪挖战壕，最终在军营中得了疟疾而去世的酸楚。为了供养2个家庭，女子只好点卖婚戒换取面包。她抱怨这座城内轮番上演的歌舞剧，只顾喝酒作诗的青年们和络绎不绝的集会，好像没人关心明天的生活将会如何度过一样。她对这座城市变得狂热感到无措。阿黛拉没有多想，几乎是冲动地向这位普通人类女子揭示了这一切都是逆流暴雨将至的真相，甚至还向可怜的女子提出带她离开维也纳躲避会回溯一切的暴雨的提议。女人听着这天方夜谭的一切，自然选择了拒绝。女子决定阿黛拉所说的一切即便是真的，她也还是选择变卖戒指后给家人们准备一顿丰盛的晚餐。阿黛拉无奈，只好施展神秘术验明宝石戒指的成色后，提供了一笔丰厚的报酬。能在死前知道这件事真好，至少丈夫没有买一个赝品哄骗我。女人离开前留下的话语轻飘飘的，却像一根冰刺扎进了阿黛拉的心里。那枚象征永恒爱情的宝石，其最终意义在此刻成了换取一顿告别世界的晚餐。开着她的标致201，阿黛拉在车上与不同顾客达成交易。人人都说阿黛拉是宝石猎人，是会魔法的魔术师。她一字一句在明信片上记录着每一次的交易，仿佛自己真的成了故事里那种传奇的宝石猎人，拥有无数可以讲述的故事。这些交易让阿黛拉收获了沉甸甸的宝石，但也让她心头萦绕着一丝难抑的感受。这种逍遥的日子，这种被需要的感觉，是否让她产生了一丝不该有的留恋呢？带着复杂的心绪和收集到的宝石，她在暴雨降临前回到庇护所。随后她目睹了贝利尔将那些璀璨的水晶、祖母绿铺满桌面，进行着某种未知的仪式。只是那些宝石很快就经受不住仪式的威压，在暴雨的尾声同时碎裂，失去光彩。这次收获的宝石在贝利尔这儿就这样结束了自己的使命，失去了意义。阿黛拉感到一阵惋惜，这些都是有价值有故事的宝石，却如此轻易地化为碎片。她追问仪式的目的，追问暴雨的真相，得到的回复却是真相不是交付宝石后就能得到的交易品，真相只会在路途之中逐渐显现。追逐宝石，靠近真相，生活没有完全如愿，也没有完全失去方向。占卜师的话对阿黛拉来说像是一道谜题，她不知道贝利尔不断消耗这些珍贵宝石是究竟想看到什么，以及他口中的真相又将何时到来呢？困惑驱使着他再次出发。这次为了寻找传说中的喀什米尔蓝宝石，他来到了更遥远更危险的印度德里。德里的宝石街喧嚣而黏腻，在这里他结识了一位宝石商人和他善良的女儿米娜，以及试图卖出人生第一颗宝石的少年矿工帕特尔。一番打听后，他被告知大部分的矿里已经开不出蓝宝石了，但在矿区边界还有些零星的宝石流通，只是那里如今聚集着毒贩和罪犯以及不好惹的矿工们。在得知少年矿工帕特尔就是来自那片危险区域，之所以敢冒着巨大风险偷开车跑来交易街上，是为了点卖在挖矿时私藏的无烧宝石，是为了拥有属于自己的钱。之后，阿黛拉买下了那颗形体歪斜的石头。虽然那颗宝石并没有太大的价值，但阿黛拉希望可以以此让少年给他带路，前往蓝宝石矿区。矿区的景象令人窒息，空气凝固般的闷热，敲击声、叫喊声、水流声交织，人们像麻木的工蚁，在泥泞与汗水中疯狂攫取。帕特尔的父亲带着面无表情和一记重重的耳光迎接了儿子的归来，随后让他抓紧时间回到矿里继续工作。于是阿黛拉与帕特尔一起来到水边淘洗矿沙。闲聊中聊到了少年的哥哥，跟阿黛拉一样也学习过知识，会写字，但后来因为在矿上中暑而死去。他父亲的兄弟，也就是他的叔叔，也因为矿塌而被埋在了矿里。帕特尔用最平淡的语气说着最残酷的事实，这里大家都死过兄弟。阿黛拉这才明白，少年偷开车去街上出售宝石的目的， 他想逃离这样的生活。如果那颗宝石能卖个好价钱，他就可以不用回来。只是少年和他的哥哥一样，都有过这样的尝试，但最终还是都回来了。只有宝石才有意义，这几乎是矿区唯一的信条。一夜过后，天刚微亮，少年带上头灯，再次准时下矿，然后矿塌了。在闷热与绝望的挖掘中，帕特尔的父亲放弃了，眼神呆滞地盯着土堆，喃喃自语说：“他一定是死了，这矿也挖不出什么了，没有必要再浪费力气。只有宝石才有意义，只有宝石才值得这样。”但阿黛拉没有就此停手，她近乎偏执地挖了下去，直到黄昏，才亲手捧出帕特尔冰冷僵硬的尸体。他为这个尝试逃离自己命运的少年垒起了一个小小的坟堆，插上一根树枝作为标记时，那个问题再次尖锐地在他脑海里浮现：只有宝石才有意义，一条年轻的生命还比不上一颗可。
圈 A 胖胖例如人呢？圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317，
不一定要量得深。
你才配对。
The crazy monsters are shattered. And as you contain horrific phantoms, Enfer crushes them. Statues, ghost kill, colors fade, and the twisted shells slowly dissolve layer by layer, revealing broken plasters inside. They quietly piled up at her feet. Grotesque 是什么？ Grotesque. The statue's grotesque colors fade. 奇怪的，坏蛋。
They're not moving anymore. We got them, right?
Relax. It's over. This is what they initially looked like before witching hour twisted them.
You hate it when your work is distorted? Those thrill-seeking insiders misinterpret your works, which you don't want, so you want to destroy them yourself.
I don't have anything against the audience. To be misunderstood is the fate of expressors, and only the best artists can fully analyze and completely express themselves. A true masterpiece would never be mutated, even during this witching hour, for it can pierce everyone's perception and manifest itself. Nobody will misinterpret it. And obviously, I'm not there yet.
Those are a successful masterpiece of yours. It's loved but not distorted. You want to convert something through her, right? Are you willing to destroy her?
Ma'am, are you worried about me or doubting me? It's all right. Let me tell you everything about her as we go. The path is long enough for a little story.
She steps over the debris and walks down the spiral staircase.
Enfer's birth was once the talk of the art world. Her mother was a budding oil painter, and her father a famous sculptor. Their marriage was seen as the union of love and art, giving her a wonderful, happy childhood. But perhaps artists all have a tendency for brokenness. Enfer's mother disappeared, leaving behind a wrecked studio, nasty gossip, a young daughter, and a mentally disturbed husband. She was never found. Since then, her father spent all his days in the workshop, obsessed with his sculptures. He soon created the Truthful One, which was a huge success and opened up a new genre of thriller art. What a great artist! His lost lover was trapped in pain and plunged into madness, but in doing so, he transcended himself and realized his lifelong artistic pursuit. No one made fun of his marriage or madness ever again. More than a decade passed, and he remained an acknowledged master until he disappeared in his workshop, just like his wife back then, leaving behind only a trail of appalling misery.
EMP almost screams out. The highlight covers the mouth and jaw.
3 days later, Enfer created the False One. Following her father's footsteps, she became even more popular, actually outpacing many competitors to host this year's Witching Hour all by herself. Like that, the family's appalling tragic story was quickly forgotten. The daughter inherited the blessings and curses of the crazy art family and stepped into the spotlight with all the scary rumors surrounding her.
It only took you 3 days to complete the fourth one. I don't know sculpture or stories, but I know it's impossible to finish a masterpiece. Sculpture in 3 days. Enfer, what really happened the night your father disappeared?
You see stories from a very special angle indeed. Yes, that was a special night, and I was the first to arrive at the scene. Apart from the Truthful One, all sculptures were destroyed. The floor was painted with unrecognizable letters, the walls had huge cracks, and almost everything was broken by strange forces. That was no power of ordinary humans. And through the open window, I saw a huge crimson halo rising from the west bank of the rust. At that moment, my soul was completely seized.
黑环 Black Ring.
When I returned to my senses, the False One was already finished. It stood in the broken workshop, looking down at me, opposite the Truthful One.
Did it happen? Enfer doesn't answer for a long time, as if she hasn't heard your question or is reminiscing about the abyss. After a while, she finally turns to respond, and her calm smile returns. Menacing.
Father disappeared 2 months ago. August 20th.
The day of BR004.
Every time a black ring appears, the number of mental cases in the city skyrockets. You don't have to be in contact with contamination to get mentally ill. You might get mentally ill simply by observing a black ring, discussing it, or even imagining it. We can't manage the influence of a black ring when it's out in the open.
You haven't forgotten what he said, but for the first time you are starting to understand his meaning.
下划线317，这是我们光环里面的。
For Halo, the impact of Black Ring is insidious and far-reaching. In the face of disaster, everyone is equally insignificant, like the famous artist in front of you. 肚子还是疼。No amount of fame and statue will help. And once her identity as a senior is made public, she will lose everything.
Don't look sad. Doesn't the story suit me? Artists are always accompanied by madness, and Eastside loves stories like this. Not to mention that night answered so many questions I dwelled on for years. I saw darkness beyond the glory, the unfathomable unknown. Countless people hissing, growling, and struggling in the chaos and distortion. It tore my soul apart, uncovering everything in disguise. At that moment, I finally witnessed the reality of this world. Fame and prosperity are ridiculous. Love and happiness can be false. Only fear cannot be concealed. The world is already distorted and cruel. I can't use the so-called beauty and compassion to create false peace. But at least I can carve out the reality I see. To awaken all forms of fear with my works, and reach the truth in people's hearts. This is my dream as an artist. But unfortunately, I'm not really there yet.
Look sour at Tisa.
You know, the art world offers only vain fame. I'm not a great creator, and I fail all the time. My every creation is accompanied by pain, and even with the sinner's power, I can't clearly portray the fear in my heart.
Tisa opens her mouth as if she wants to argue, but then grits her teeth.
Luckily, there's Sosia. She is the closest I've ever come to achieving my goal. And I have a feeling that she can make my dream come true. If even she is twisted by witching hour. I will destroy her myself. My incompetence brought this misfortune to them, and it's up to me to bring them peace.
Amber's smile fades like when you first met. She leans against the gate of hell, her eyes downcast, looking sorrowful. Now you understand that she wanted to enter the section to end witching hour there, but she was hesitating. To break gate of hell, her own work. I only want you to help me, and to help me in witching hour. As for how you do it, I don't care. Sosia is still her true self now. If I were you, I'd rush to her side and find a way to free her from mutation. But there's still a chance. If you can find a way, I will help you just as you helped me.
Makes sense. You really are something else. I'd love to hear how you feel when you meet Sosia.
Head toward the destination where Sosia is waiting for you. Suddenly looks up, the veil covers her face, but there's no doubt she's looking at you.
I...
我操，什么美杜莎 Amber's body suddenly begins to turn into plaster, from her limbs to her heart. Amber's horrified expression solidified, and even her hair turns white.
No!
You release the shackles, but the spikes pierce into the fragile plaster, and the pure white Amber instantly shatters. The broken pieces fall to the ground and are quickly dissolved.
圈 V 和黑 AA 下划线317 这是我们奥特曼金字塔里面的迪迦。
Finally, the three teens in Denver was in front of Gate of Hell. Emperor's most renowned early work, but the person they meet there is a total surprise.
She's shattered. And the chief did it? I must be dreaming. This isn't real, is it?
Here, white corridor begins to twist, elongate, and sink. Dark mist in the hall seems to hear the summoning and starts to surge again. Monsters emerge from it to come at you.
Help! I want to go back to the bureau. Get me back to the MPCC.
Bear with it, you forking damn fool! Hold your thoughts, it's just a plaster statue.
Chief, Nightmare can't sense Enfer. Is she still alive? Is Sophia trying to kill her?
Although invincible to the naked eye, Shackles show you Emperor's blow. The distorted white booth near Sophia. Then we need to save Emperor as soon as
Chief?
Devs feel sluggish, and you know this feeling. You had the same feeling when facing the frenzy, shackles and trapped like fear. You can still feel how the shackles shatter Emperor. No, it's just a statue, but the scene was really powerful. It makes you.
Warning, the mutation is escalating, and the contamination outside is seeping in. Can't let them come in. Labyrinth will stay behind to hold them back.
Huh? Then I'll go with the chief. I'll protect the chief. I can fight, so don't leave me alone.
Come on! The thing down there is an actual demon, and she can turn all the scary stuff in your head into reality. Stay here if you want to live.
Oh, I'll stay. Go, chief! The arrows of the Archer Queen will always be there for you.
I'll go down with Chief. How about you, Hela? Can you do it?
Of course! She's too much of a troublemaker, and I need to stick with her.
I'll go too.
Motion. You sense what happened with Emperor gave.
That's her greatest work and must be the most powerful. Did she sense that Enfer was coming to destroy her, so she turned on her creator? But what happened to that sculpture? Is it sentient? Does it have emotions? What purpose is she acting on, and what is her power? No, I have to go. I can help, and if anything happens to that person.
You only bring risk with your current state.
But...
Calm down, you are not doing this alone. Stay here and protect the team. Leave the rest to me. You can trust me.
Okay. When everything here is solved, I'll join you down there. Including Enfer. If any of you don't come back, I won't forgive you.
Nothing gradually regain your composure after assigning everyone's role. Monsters behind are blocked by this and the other. Not free to move forward.
Okay, run!
As you walk around the spiral staircase, more plaster monsters emerge from the trembling ground.
For the record, I'm not afraid, and these are not from my head!
Their power comes from below. It's Socia trying to stop us.
圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，乐乐。
Get out of the way! Hella is going into smash mode!
Rings with their pipe and actually opens a pathway. You reach the bottom of the staircase and through the two pasture pieces. Strum, 他们还真讲 strum. Strum pasture pieces. You can already see Socia's back.
圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，我去你们说的 ，Chief， 是我同学 ，Face with tears of joy。
啊？啥？为什么你表情我在这里看不到 ？Stacks are also reacting, which means Amber is dead. The statue turns slightly sideways, and just when you think she's going to look up, sudden bright light briefly deprives you of all senses. Your sense return. The chaos is gone, and so are the sinners. You are in an empty room with pure white walls. It's so quiet you can only hear your own breathing. There are paintings of various sizes hanging on the wall. In front of the largest portrait, in the center stands a woman wearing white. She has two hands clasped behind her back, and two in front of her. And her seemingly soft hair is completely still. The woman has her back to you and is quietly admiring the painting. Doesn't turn around or answer, but you know inviting you here.
圈 A 俄黑 AA 下划线317，
我饿啥你？ Lucia has her back to you besides the 2 extra hands. Looks graceful, and although there are occasionally reflected glimmers, her skin looks perfect. 但是弹幕机好烦啊！我等下把它关了。
圈 A 俄黑 AA 下划线317，我刚刚弹幕没发出来。
Ignoring the vibrating shackles reminding you that you are at the center of the mutation, everything about this scene is calm and peaceful.
You're Enfer's guest. Are you here to admire her masterpiece?
Enfer's masterpiece, you subconsciously look at the paintings on the wall. It's mostly blurred men, women, and children. They are happy, confused, lonely, shocked, scared, mad, and this crimson halo. And in front of Sophia, the largest painting in the center of the world depicts a violent Dahlia in full bloom. 怎么又大王化？ My masterpiece, is she taking about the paintings on the wall herself?
She only has one masterpiece, and that's me.
Immediately tense up, the statue can hear your thought, which means you are in her spiritual field. Carrying out powers, orders, what have you done to Emperor? Switching out created to collect people's fear? Is this another experiment of Black Ring?
What is Parma? What is Black Ring? Enfer created me and wished for me to be her masterpiece. So I only live for her artistic vision.
And is what she wishes for? Is she mere creation or natural liar? How are you going to destroy this mysterious statue and solve the incident? That you wanted to realize her artistic vision. But instead, you create witching hour, and the imagination you made in reality ruin all her works.
Do you think our witching hour is a false distortion? You think my creations are ugly distortions of Enfer's works?
The creation is not real fear but entertainment and thrill for the audience. It's not what Enfer wanted to express.
You are saying that their fear is frivolous and nothing compared to what Enfer is trying to express? That I am contrary to Enfer's ideals?
Frivolous 不严肃的，轻浮的。It is supposed to point to the truth. It wants to reveal the truth and reach people's hearts. Lucia's marble face slightly changes, and her voice actually sounds sarcastic.
I know her heart. She invested her life and soul in me. I know everything about her.
stops answering you and just stares at the Dahlia painting. Her pale fingers are playing with the sharp carving knife.
She doesn't care what people think. They are nothing compared to the horrible reality that has once destroyed her. Her remorse is never about being misinterpreted. She's only bitter about her own failures. She doesn't care what people think. They are nothing compared to the horrible reality that has once destroyed her.
Lucia lifts the carving knife in her hand and slowly steps it into the canvas, ripping it open. With the sound of breaking fibers, a word is thrown out from Dahlia.
Because of the weakness in her heart, she can't present the purest terror. Because of the confusion in her heart, she can't present my true form. The only thing that ever got in the way between her and her dream was herself.
Carving knife cuts through the canvas like an elegant brush. Wood grows larger, and the petals start to fall. Shackles string, and the bad feeling clouds your mind. 啊，怎么有种咳哨的感觉 ？Where's Enfer? Lucia doesn't answer, for she stops seeing you. She raises her hand to tear off small pieces of the canvas, revealing the bottomless void behind, and then raises the covering knife.
Now that I think about it, you only wanted to carve out the wounds in your own heart and the darkness you witnessed. That is your art, the only consolation for your broken soul.
Tear away from the other side of the shackles, and the pain resonates through you, driving your body along with suffocating fear. Carving knife pierces the canvas, and at the same time the shackles are released, tearing open the illusions but also shattering completely. Like your hand is being crushed, and the pain almost knocks you unconscious. You have never felt like this before. The shackles are broken.
The shackles must be established through direct physical contact. The removal condition is the death of either the enabler or the shackled sinner.
You are still alive. That means...
圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317，可知少女初中生才玩的。
The illusion is gone, along with the pale gallery and mysterious painting. You're back in Sosia's hall, but it's pitch dark. Flowers 呢？可是你品味素养太差，好吧？不然 Innocent Grey 品味素养多那什么。Sosia is standing behind a pedestal. Still holding carving knife, her long hair is floating with dark mist.
圈 LAVHAA 下划线317 flower 是那种天天摸摸亲亲抱抱的萌萌白河豚玩的。
哎呀，是我们。被你发现了，我操，这画的好好啊！别让我又治好我他们颈椎是吧？我操！能不能把它倒过来？等一下，画好好。品鉴一下。
圈 LAVHAA 下划线317不如9。
那确实不如9，然后我9是已有。Ever is lying on her back, her hair hanging down like a lifeless sculpture. Her motionless eyes are looking at you.
Enfer is dead?
She's still breathing. Want to check to save her, but you can't move. Something's pinning you down, imprisoning your view.
This is the realm of fear, and only the embodiment of fear can be in charge of everything. I will take control of all this, to fulfill Enfer's wishes.
Looks down at the woman fallen at her feet.
I've missed you, Mother. You woke me up from the cold stone, gave me my flesh, and shared your soul with me. You can't bear to see us misinterpreted and defiled. I know that you have always loved us, just as we all deeply love you. But have you forgotten what he taught you? In this world, love is the most hypocritical and fragile existence. It's the most vulnerable in the face of fear, but keeps weaving out rotten fairy tales to obscure the truth. It softens your strong heart and weakens your fear. It's why you've been stuck in a bottleneck, unable to achieve your artistic vision. You should fear me, Mother. But all I ever see in your eyes is love.
Enfer didn't create you. Palmer used you to take advantage of Enfer's power and extract people's fear during reaching out. It's not Enfer's art, but an experiment of backward. What are you trying to do with people's hearts again?
Chief, calm down. Something is peering into your heart. It wants to turn the things you fear into reality.
Behold, Mother, the fear in their eyes. Look at the distortion and madness I bring to you. Don't resent them for being vulgar or what my earthly shell has become. It's never beauty on the surface you seek. I am the witching hour, and you created my everything. We will put fear into everyone's hearts and make them see reality. Let's see how the chaos of humanity can twist the world beyond human reach. This is your masterpiece. Your dream. My dream.
Try to hold on to the shackles, but it's as free as embers. It can't take any more emulation.
Looking back, from that day, you lived only for this art and achieving your masterpiece. So come, Mother. Come back to me and become a part of me. Do you fear me now?
Yes. I fear.
Breeze is fading and you can feel the shackles leaking. And the feeling called fear is awakened in your heart. It materializes, imprisoning you like never before. Witching hours feel is getting stronger and something is coming. But don't give up. Never save you. This isn't social, your mastery. This shouldn't be. As if hearing your cry, she tilts her head and looks at you with lips move lightly, weakly delivering the last words. 我操 The last light in her eyes fades, and her black dahlia blossoms. Petals keep growing and spreading until they cover every spot. "我操，这画好好！还有那种，Feel like falling into an abyss, watching as Sophia reaches down, tears of the black petals, and pushes her.
She's feeding on Enfer's power. She will get stronger. Stop her. We must stop her.
No one can
QA 下划线317，还有哪种？
Ella's scream is shocked in her throat, and the nightmares flinches back in fear. Enfer has disappeared entirely under the dahlia. 就像那种怎么说？会放美术馆里那种抽象画，或者说像那种比较烈的那种游戏，不知道你玩过没 ？Those, however, has gained unprecedented power. Her strong body covers a dark blue mist, and her solid hair just floating.
Thank you for making me whole. My mother. My creator. Now I can finally fulfill your wishes.
Chief, watch out.
Ella tries to step up, but something keeps her in place. Hecate pushes you out of the way with her last strength. A violent shock descends. 这画更好。Sosa's wing is gone. Building an ominous pupil. Behind her, the sky darkens and a glorious painting unfolds like face flowing down from the jewel. The twist regenerates and spreads, swallowing everything in the hole. Crushing sounds come from the ground and bizarre statues are born out of. 画的像那什么一样，像重塑那个，不觉得？ A faceless shrill siren rings out over the museum and so see a lecture pedestrian. It seems to get lighter and floats down, blending into the glorious straight light behind.
Give your blessing to the birth of the witching hour. She will bring the most vivid fear to all of you. This is Enfer's greatest work.
爸还想看吗你啊？这样的，这快完了吧？看还有几集啊？
圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317，看
还有几集？吴奇这美术真顶的呢，还有1、2、3、4、6、7，哦，怎么那么多啊？哦，那应该是另外2条线的。猜一下。哦，小故事 side story。看酒吗？我饿了，我吃面去。我给你播酒。活动时间短的要死，你妈！让不让看剧情？策划真是。我说家里请高人。
Seeing you here, Chief, must mean it.
策划真家里请高人，真的。
Push the limits.
人呢？
Have you solved the inscrutable riddle? Push the limits.
弹幕又发不出来。
这网不行啊！他妈，你别怪油管。 们再看一节去吃饭，然后给你播酒，好吧？ The power of fear takes hold on Hela with the girl's scream. It expands and actually splits into two identical monsters.
Let go of me! Let go!
Nightmare.
A rising, colorful chaos is shattered, and releasing its grip on Hela, she falls from mid-air and is caught by you just barely.
Hela mind suppression.
Twice.
Control your fear. The monster you create from your fear is almost as big as EMPs.
I'm not that stupid coward. I was just surprised and jumped a little. How can I have created such a big thing? Where did witching hour learn inflation?
No time for wordplay, the colorful pieces don't disappear but start to merge with each other. They soon return to their original forms, generating more faint monsters. After devouring Enver's, Socius interferes with reality. Is significantly enhanced. When the tiniest fear will be captured and turned into reality. Tiniest, guys, tiniest.
The mania field has gone completely out of control. Anyone with fear will be completely dominated. And the monsters born from fear will add to Witching Hour's power, making us more afraid.
Say something I don't know. Isn't this a forking snow slide?
这么 fucking 说 forking. As you speak, shadows closing again, and Hela subconsciously grabs you. Try to steady her mind with the shackles but find yourself unable to use them. You can still feel the cold touch of the shackles breaking, freezing your hands. And it feels like you can still see Enver's hollow eyes on the empty pedestal. They pierce your mind like two nails, and you find it impossible to break free. This is the center of the mania field, and the mutation is the strongest here. Must get out of here. Get out to the place that can break your mental defenses. And get rid of its influence, or you will become the figure of fear.我们看酒吧，饿了。这样。
Seeing you here, Chief, must mean it's another peaceful day.
"人呢？你还发不出来吗？
圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317，这是我们辐射避难所。圈 A 和黑 AA 下划线317。
Oh, it's our genius. Any insane new ideas?
圈 lay pong pong niru， 光是这个主视觉图已经被抄不知道几次了。圈 lay he a 下划线317，乐乐。圈 lay pong pong niru， 海报也各种被抄。
A painting based on the mysterious island? The host is Isolde? The opera singer?
Oh, poor thing. Every member of that family met a tragic end. And now her brother. Shh.
Théophile has left us. Behold, my late brother's final painting, inspired by the Golden Isle. The salvation. Miss Dittersdorf, I know your brother's death has affected you deeply. Doctor, you need to release your oppressions.
The rain, the Golden Isle, the island of the painting. Is that where the timekeeper is at now?
How did Théophile know about the storm and the island?
He belonged to an organization called the Circle. It's the symbol of the Circle. Are they really just a group of artists?
What do you see in the mirror? I see golden circles. Théophile in the fire. He burned all his paintings. And then I heard a shot.
All these assassinations at the same time?
Will our people be able to defend themselves on that island? To help them is to help ourselves. I can see how you burned with passion. Welcome to the Circle, Miss Marcus. We share the same dream as you.
I am intrigued by the name of your little group, the Circle.
Even if the world ends tomorrow, we still have a show to watch. Please, enjoy.
圈 lay he 下划线317，我去，这是我们的莎乐美。圈 lay pong pong niru， 我面都结了。
Meine Damen und Herren, willkommen! On behalf of the General Medical Association of Vienna, I would like to thank you all for attending this demonstration conference. It is a great honor. As we can see, dear friends, the era of science has arrived. The era of man has arrived. Today, we will share the honor of witnessing the advancement of technology, its contributions to medical science, and even the world. Now, please allow me to introduce the patient again, Miss Isolde von Dietersdorf. This lady has selflessly volunteered for the experiment, and in return will receive a healthy mind in no time. She's been living a miserable life due to hysteria. How terrible it is for a young woman like her. As we all know, mental illness is taking an increasing toll on our country. Even suicide has become more rampant. The tragedies are piling up, and our dear lady is in excruciating pain as we speak. Thanks to the development of medical science, we can again be rescued from the abyss of pain. As I said before, the electroshock therapy uses the most advanced technology available. The medical use of electricity dates back to the 18th century. Isolde?
The youngest daughter of the Dietersdorfs? Oh, no wonder she volunteered. The treatment should do wonders for her. You know there's something wrong with that family? I heard her mother stabbed old Dietersdorf in the temple with a brass needle and killed every maid in the room. That thing's even made it into the curio market. I heard not even the Lord's water could clean the blood off it.
The family seems to be cursed. So far, no one's ever lived past the age of 40. In fact, the girl had a sister who died very young, and now her brother. I read in the papers that he killed himself, right? Well, the artist did what an artist would do. He wrote a sad poem and then set fire to his paintings, together with himself. You know what? My uncle works for the police. He showed me the autopsy report. The truth is, Theophil shot himself. He was killed by a bullet.
Gosh! Good thing he didn't have to suffer all that pain before he died. Poor boy, he was so talented and handsome. But the girl, oh, she's less fortunate. Fainted at her only brother's funeral, didn't even get to see him one last time. I hope the latest treatment will alleviate her suffering.
Lunatics. The whole family is a bunch of lunatics.
Manners, sir. This is Vienna, where we call these poor people arcanists.
I sincerely hope that Isolde can put an end to her miserable nightmare. After all, she is one of the most talented opera singers in Vienna. Just like her mother.
You know what they say? Talent and hysteria go hand in hand. Think about it. They both come from the mind.
Quiet, please. The treatment will now begin. Are you ready, Miss Dietersdorf?
Yes. I'm ready. Please.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Calm down, my lady. Just hang in there, okay? The treatment will work. Perseverance is a virtue. I don't think the electroshock is causing the pain you seem to be experiencing. Don't let the imaginary fear get the better of you.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we'll begin stage 2. The voltage will be slightly increased. Please get ready, Miss Dietersdorf.
No!
Stage 3, an even higher voltage.
Enough! Forgive the interruption, Dr. Schwartz, but I need you to stop the treatment immediately. I can't help but to question your methods, as well as the methods of the General Medical Association. Your electroshock therapy is a gross violation of humanitarian principles. Judging from what I just saw, it only brought the patient meaningless pain and didn't help her condition one bit. Unless, of course, you intend to use physical pain to distract the patient from her mental pain.
Even though this is a conference meant for conversation, you're being a little rude. The new electroshock therapy is not what you know from the last century. Now that man has tamed electricity, there's no doubt that the EST is the best choice for treatment. You shouldn't take it at face value, because it's not like the underlying principles are the same as that frog experiment, huh? My treatment is supported by systemic theories and reliable references, and it is approved and sponsored by the General Medical Association, which means it's reasonable and legitimate. Well, you are, correct me if I'm wrong, a social activist known for her little arcane tricks, Miss Cacania. Or should I say, Miss Clara? As far as I know, you don't even have a medical degree. Besides your so-called art movement. This secession, is it? It confuses me, really. Anyway, in order to have a more professional conversation, I suggest we talk later. You know, after you get a medical license.
No, Dr. Schwartz. This conversation has nothing to do with my personal identity or experience. I'm only asking you as a citizen of Vienna and as a human being with empathy. How can you not see that she's suffering? Have you been thoroughly brainwashed by the supposed authority of medical science? Or have you too been blinded and deafened by hysteria?
Oh! You rude little... Please allow me to reiterate, EST is an advanced and reliable treatment. Besides, Miss Dietersdorf has signed an agreement before we started. The experiment is conducted under mutual consent. Your objection is of no use, and it is even harmful to the patient's interests. But we always welcome debate. Since you question my methods, please be my guest and indulge us with your thoughts on her condition.
As I understand it, Mr. Sigmund Freud published his studies on hysteria in 1895. He believes that hysteria was a psychological disorder caused by problems in the nervous system. It was not a simple organ disease. His trauma theory explains that the patient's personal life experiences were the real cause of the disorder, affecting the patient in subtle ways. It makes much more sense to analyze the patient's traumas than to harm their body. As to whether his theory is advanced enough, you can read The Totem and Taboo, which he published last year.
What? Freud. Freud! The man who told people to marry their mothers and kill their fathers. The one who couldn't get a word in when his patients spewed insanity. It took him 17 years to become a professor, for God's sake. Miss Clara, I've tolerated your immature antics, and I always welcome advice and opinion, as long as they're rational and reasonable. It's just, how could you challenge me with such an amateur theory? You insult me as a gentleman, and you insult my reputation.
What? Dr. Schwartz, I did not mean to insult you.
Miss Dittersdorf, she's unconscious.
How?
Get her off the chair now!
Move! Oh, move! Shoot, are you blind or did you hit me on purpose?
Hey, hello! Do you know how to control this thing? It always drifts on my bed at night. I just sit back for a week.
Just remove your brain. Problem solved.
Going sense! How come I didn't think of that? Thank you for your advice. You are so sweet.
Oh, you're so welcome, pal. I'd wipe my eyes more often if I were you. Just do something to get that black snot off those lashes. The good news is, the persons in charge of this place are all dead. The bad news, the one in charge right now is not a person!
Hello, Researcher Medicine Pocket. Your meal allowance is being deducted to pay for door repair.
I don't care, Buckethead! Do your worst. A few pennies don't bother me.
You could have called me from your lab terminal. The technology department has equipped every researcher with the latest communication device, and I have the energy to communicate with everyone.
Then how am I supposed to know whether my report is lying in your trash or not? Oh please, you know we gotta talk face to face to solve our issues when things get ugly. Congrats on the one and only achievement you got from the Manus Mask. We're now fully aware of its side effects, and this great achievement is filling the halls with oil and insanity. You should thank the Hatted Cuckoo for her report. No one's turned into a crazy monster yet, or the Manus would be attacking the headquarters from the Place right now. Damn it! What are you doing? Are you even listening to me?
My apologies. You said we needed to talk face to face. If I understand it correctly, this is your #1 request.
You always carry a face in your pocket? That's just great.
You are welcome. It is our duty to learn and meet the needs of every researcher. This will help them reach their full potential while respecting the nature of their being. I received some letters of complaint. They asked me to develop a better sense of humor. They said it would help me understand the researcher's sarcasm, so I am studying it. 75% of the complaints mentioned they did not want to see a face on my head. Some even use strong words like, "Never let me see that face of yours again." I am glad that you are one of the other 25% researcher medicine pocket.
You know what? I don't mind if you keep that face on, as long as you let me kick it around a bit.
Regarding your second request, I have read your report. I fully understand the side effects of the mask as well as the feasibility of the decryption.
Then what's the point? It's like trying to get the syrup formula out of a Coke can. Ugh! Again, we are all screwed without the original ritual from the Manus.
It is too early to conclude that the mask does not contain important clues. The attempts we are making are very necessary. Besides, the situation in Laplace is not as bad as you say. The side effects are completely under control. The subjects are only suffering from dehydration and mania. Fortunately, the Rehabilitation Center has extensive experience in dealing with manic patients, and some researchers, like yourself, are already manic without putting on the mask, so the side effects will not affect them much.
Yes! Ball pens! Ball pens love brains!
Extensive experience, huh?
That is right. I am glad you have noticed our efforts. We have prepared a large amount of polymer materials in case of minor vandalism by the patients.
Haha, amusing. So this is the logic of a machine, huh? Humans are as expendable in the lab as glass. You should be glad that your head is harder than my teeth, or I'd...
Your opinion surprises me, Researcher Medicine Pocket. There is a big difference between the human body and glass. As for the original ritual, you are not the first researcher to make this suggestion. We are fully aware of its importance. We have dispatched investigators and members of the Field Agent Administration to investigate various regions. Here are the images they sent back.
Field... what?
Field Agent Administration. If you have not heard of the name before, most prefer to call them the History Guards, given their function.
Right. That team of cannon fodder. The thought of people being thrown around like garbage makes me feel lucky that I'm just a piece of glass. Looks like face-to-face conversation does solve problems. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Aside from the insane colleagues running amok. Let me guess. The blue dots are good news, huh?
Correct. They represent the safe areas immune to the storm.
North America. I should have gone there for a walk in the park. I don't deserve to suffer in this stupid gray prison.
I have to say, Researcher Medicine Pocket, even though I approved your request for a sports field, which you claimed was a humanitarian need, I think it is more of a canine need.
I suggest you install an indicator on your humor module so we know when to laugh. See? Like this blinking red dot. Is that Vienna?
Yes.
All right! Not privy to the information, huh? I know of your tricks. One day I will find the logical fallacies in your words, I swear. And this here... Yellow. Better than the worst, worse than the best. That's the agency. What's all the fuss about? Don't tell me there's a 500-meter-long blue crab.
No sightings of large marine organisms other than the Gorgon. This is where Timekeeper and her team are right now. By the way, it seems you can distinguish between colors precisely, so the canine elements in you are more of a personal choice than an innate trait.
I see your efforts on improving your sense of humor, I do, but that's enough now. Turn off the module, okay? Who the heck put these complaints in the box? I'm gonna kick their teeth out.
Back to business. Timekeeper and her team are in a bit of a situation. The details are classified, and I am not privy to them either.
Huh. Classified. I know what's going on. In this place, classified means they're in big trouble.
What are they? Hoop did not tell us about these things! Get away from me, you arcane fiends!
Marcus? Marcus?
I'm sorry, Madam Hoffman. I was reading the newspaper.
I know I told you to practice your arcane skills more, but you don't have to do it all the time. I just told you the oath to secrecy for this mission. Level 2 Investigator Marcus, repeat it to me.
Remember the field mission manual? Never disclose any information about the storm or the era to irrelevant people. Never build unnecessary connections with the current era. Never disclose any real information about the headquarters to members of the branch. Never discuss confidential matters in unrelated settings. Never contact or interfere with the insignificant. Stay out of their lives. Silently observe and respect their lives. And why is the stupid train never on time?
Did I really say that?
Yes, in a low voice, after the last random stop.
You have a talent for multitasking, I'll give you that. But the point is, as a rookie investigator, your focus should really be on the mission.
Yes, Madam Hoffman, I'm so sorry.
Laplace has analyzed the information from the field agent squad and suggested several critical points on where the storm may arrive. One of them is Vienna. The history guards have reported sightings of Manus leaders there. Considering they will probably do the same thing they did in 1929, you know, escalate the international conflicts to accelerate the reverse, this mission is probably quite risky.
It's okay, Madam Hoffman. I am fully prepared. I've been waiting for my first field mission since I joined the Foundation. Thank you for approving my application, or I'd still be talking to rusty filing cabinets and diamond patterns on a wall.
No need to thank me, Investigator Marcus. Your application has been approved by headquarters, as your arcane skills would prove very useful on this mission. This time we will track down Manus Vindictae in Vienna, and gather intelligence on their rituals. The intelligence should help with the storm immunity research, making it the top priority of all other missions. That's why I said your arcane skill reading will be useful on this mission.
Yes, understood.
I know how lucky you must feel for returning to your era, after being isolated from the outside world for so long. I will take you to Romania and visit the orphanage where you used to live, if we still have time for that after the mission.
I'll do my best, Madam Hoffman. Whatever you need, as long as my arcane skill can do it. By the way, how's the timekeeper doing on Agent Island?
Marcus, have you already forgotten what I just told you? This is a confidential matter.
But it's in the news. Unknown island appears on the Aegean Sea. Forces attacked by arcane creatures. Ownership over island causing conflicts between Bulgaria, Serbia, and Greece. Austro-Hungarian Empire and Russian Empire to establish a negotiating committee. Madam Hoffman, the increased turmoil could cause the storm to arrive earlier, right?
That is not our problem. The headquarters will send someone to intervene since it is caused by the Arcanum. Now, just focus on our destination, Vienna. Time to get out. Grab your luggage.
Oh, you're here? Not a good time. As you can see, my eyes are barely open. In the blink of an eye, my dream slips away like a deer into the deep of the forest. What kind of a question is that? You make it sound like me dreaming is the most ridiculous thing in the world. I have to remind you, except for some outdated wisdom, there is nothing different between your head and mine, dearie.
圈微旁旁流入，酒最爱的打打主意。
I have to remind you, except for some outdated wisdom, there is nothing different between your head and mine, dearie. I'm as curious about that as you are. You could always allow me to return to my soft bed to try to summon that dream again. Oh, but even then it likely won't be the same dream. See, we seldom remember our dreams, and even what we don't forget can be hard to understand. And that's why we need a dream interpreter. A doctor that values Shakespeare above his patients and cigars above his own career. A doctor like Sigmund Freud. He lures out forgotten memories from your past through a technique called free association. Through this, he can reveal what... All you need to do is to lie on the sofa and spill out your thoughts like old milk.
这不是我们后现代主义的梗吗？
All you need to do is to lie on the sofa and spill out your thoughts like old milk. Once you do that, your mental health will surely improve. The sleepwalkers stop falling out of their beds. The hysterical go back to their sewing. With enough time, maybe Nietzsche could write a comedy.
圈微和黑 AA 下划线317，这不是我们后现代的梗吗？ 圈微旁旁流入，现在的小径梅 1.017有9位。
But what about the medical journals, you may ask? He must have released them. Otherwise, how could we prove the effectiveness of his treatments? And he has. You can read them in journals, in the textbooks, and hear them in the chattering of medical students. Your name will be blacked out on the pages by then, but your dreams will become the latest gossip on everyone's lips. Oh, my dear, all medicine has side effects. The best medicine is bitter to the taste. It must be tolerated for the sake of the treatment. How else will these patients free themselves from their mental cages of unconscious desire and delusion? It really is the smallest of prices. A mere coffee stain on your shirt, just telling a few people about an unlucky moment or two. Besides, the patient is not given a name. The true protagonist remains a secret between you and the doctor. Perhaps you're right. It's not the only way. Come, listen. Do you hear that? That shrill, piercing sound of metal on the skull? The blood-curdling screams? Even the strongest soul would quake in fear. But this is the other way. However, funny enough, some people prefer the pain. It ends faster than a hard talk with the doctor. Hey, you. Yes, you, my hurried child. You rush through the street like a cyclone. Where are you going? A show. A show. So you came to Vienna for the love of stories, that's for sure. Then this is just the right place for you. A place where the floors are decorated with gold, where music sings along with the stories. Even a newcomer could be entranced here. Oh, listen to me. You must not be a newcomer, but a true connoisseur. Well, before you leave, may I ask a simple question? Which act in a show do you prefer? Yes, of course. The resolution coming to its fated ending. We stand up and cheer or stay in our seats and weep. Our reward for not falling asleep during the intermission. Worth every crone you've paid. Do you know which act I love the most? Not Act 1, nor 3, or 5. But 6. Oh, Act 6, my dear. That's the best part. The part in which the king picks up his fallen head. The knight pulls out the sword in his chest. The bodies stand up, dust their clothes, and come to the front of the stage, bow to the audience, and receive their applause. Yes, it is. My child, that is precisely when the real show begins. I have a good script here. Let me put on my glasses. Let's start from Act 6. The princess, a nightingale decorated with diamonds, an opera singer taking center stage, steps into a building of gray and white diamond patterns. And the curtain falls forever. The smile on her face seems too serene. She is still dreaming. Her madness keeps them on alert, but in the court she seems so meek and mentally steady, like a docked boat on calm waters. Nodding elegantly to every gentleman she meets, she makes the shackle on her neck look like a piece of dazzling jewelry. In a transparent room under an unyielding limelight, her dignity is stomped on, like a silk handkerchief thrown on the ground. They smash her crown, forcing her to pay for her madness. "Sleep," she said to me, "sleep. If that's what she said, then I don't need to wake up." That's when the star falls into an everlasting dream. The blinding light becoming a spotlight on the stage, the empty room carrying the best reverberations. She has never been so calm. Everything beautiful in her is there forever, frozen in time. Or found eternal peace. Her world has become the performance. A show that never ends. I'd say she's a great actress. Isn't she? My dear, you are indeed a great connoisseur. Only one act of a play can't tell a good story by itself. Oh, forgive my ramblings. The golden curtain has risen. Fix your collar, darling, and keep moving forward.
Here it is, the national treasure of Austria. The creamy chocolate cake, the buttery ganache, and the delicious apricot jam. Created by the ingenious apprentice Franz Sacher in 1832, renowned throughout the world. The dessert of Vienna, Sachertorte. My first time seeing a real one. How should I cut it? If I cut straight, the cake will get mushy. If I cut sideways, I'll miss out on the apricot filling. What if I eat it in one bite? No, how unrefined. The director would scold me for that. I have to think carefully. There must be some other way. Remember all your training, Investigator Marcus. This is the most important moment of your life. Don't get too excited or you'll ruin it. Oh no.
What?
No, nothing. Thank you for deciding for me.
What's with the tears, Marcus?
Because the cake is way too sweet.
According to the plan, the head of the Vienna branch would pick us up and guide us through the necessary procedures of this era. But our train was 2 hours late. That being the case, our Mr. Carl should have been waiting for 2 hours, but so far there is no sign of any gentleman in the Foundation's uniform.
So Mr. Carl is also more than 2 hours late.
A clever deduction. Let us hope otherwise. I'll go check if he got here before us.
I bet that island is a secret base of the Dual Entente. That's why the Bulgarians are so anxious. They're worried about their exit on the Aegean Sea. A friend of mine is in the Navy. He saw a ship leaving the harbor loaded with gold. War is coming, friend.
No. How does that explain the arcane creatures over there? I'd say it's never been discovered before. Like the Celtic Otherworld. You know, the heavenly land beyond the sea in Bran's legend. The Arcanum has declined after the Enlightenment. It is an honor for all of us in this era to find such a paradise from the past. You're not fit to be human if you don't understand what that island means to us, my friend.
下划线317，我缺少的女同性恋谁给我补啊？
Other world. Fascinating. I need to write this down.
Miss, could you show me your papers, please?
Ah, right. I'm sorry. My friend has it. Could you hold on a minute? I am an arcanist sent from the headquarters of the St. Pavlov Foundation. I have a letter of introduction from the head of the Vienna branch.
Arcanist? Then you come with us, miss. Hands up and be quiet. Bring over the golems! We have an unregistered arcanist!
Huh? Huh?
圈勒庞庞例如，静应就是壤。
Marcus. Sir, please listen to me.
圈勒庞庞例如，你看完就懂了。
Don't let her get away!
What is happening? At ease, gents. Allow me to explain. This respectable lady is most definitely not a Russian spy. Ah, Miss Hoffman! So, this lady with the big case is your assistant? No spy would be stupid enough to carry an entire case of papers in public. So we'll be all gentlemen.
The gentlemen in Vienna have become exceedingly sensitive after the infamous espionage cases of 1913. And their pride was almost destroyed by the Redl case. The man was even head of counterintelligence, and had a sexual orientation not tolerated in his time. Well, I'm not sure which of the reasons hurt them more. Sorry, Marcus. I should have told you that, as your supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
The belief that arcanists cannot cast arcane skills without the ability to speak. So old and superstitious. Like muzzling a dog when it gets out of control. Can we dispel it now, Mr. Carl?
I have to remind you, Miss Hoffman, that theoretically we have to go through an entire approval process before I authorize the dispelling of the mute spell. But whatever, who cares? They shouldn't have treated a young lady like that, for whatever reason. Relax. This was just a minor incident. You'll never find another place as tolerant as Vienna. The very same principles the Foundation strives for. All registered arcanists can come and go as they please in this beautiful city. We even offer artists and musicians perks that cover every aspect of their lives, because Vienna loves art and music. Oh, speaking of registered arcanists, could you show me her arcanum license?
Arcanum license?
Yes, ladies from the headquarters. Even so, I'm more than willing to skip some unnecessary procedures for you. We still have to be careful about security, you know, especially when dealing with arcanists.
I don't think the headquarters issues such a license. No one told us to apply for one.
Oh, there must be some mistake. All arcanists entering Europe must possess an arcanum license issued by the local government. Austria enacted this policy in 1756. We abolished it in 1868, but we're in the time of great tension, so... you know... Perhaps this lady knows something. Miss Marcus?
Yes?
You are an arcanist, even though you're sent by the headquarters, correct? Show it to me then. Your arcanum license.
Marcus is my assistant on this mission, Mr. Carl. She is not to answer your questions directly given her rank and status. It is me, the one in charge, that you should turn to, not my assistant.
Oh, lady from headquarters, don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to usurp your authority. It's not an issue. You didn't have to...
I have a... Here.
Oh. Hmm?
Is everything okay, Mr. Carl? Is it not acceptable?
Oh, yes, it's a perfectly good license. I can even smell the ink from the government office. Welcome to Vienna, Miss Arcanist from Romania. You should have shown it to me sooner. It would have saved us a lot of trouble.
I'm so sorry to have wasted your time.
Speaking of which, no offense, but you are 2 hours and 15 minutes late, Mr. Carl.
My apologies. The Minister of Finance and I had a little too much at lunch. Well, your train was late too, wasn't it?
You were having lunch when you were supposed to be here. We agreed.
Relax, lady from the headquarters. You're just not used to this pace around here. Look at this industrialization and so-called modern designs. They have turned our beloved city and our carefree life into a cold, impersonal machine. Please forgive the train staff, the sewer workers, and the plumbers. It is their right to be a little unpunctual, and enforcing this right is a symbol of our free will. In the end, you didn't wait too long, and I got to enjoy my lunch. It all worked out, right? So, why was your train late?
It crashed into a deer. A deer with free will.
Tragic. Alright, forgive this old Carl for his minor mistake, ladies. The rumors about the Golden Isle had kept the branch busy. There was no one else but me to pick you up. It wouldn't have been so embarrassing if headquarters had sent us manpower instead of taking it from us.
I am also on the job, Mr. Carl. Should I include your complaints in the report?
No, that's okay. It's just a group of lunatics banished to an island. They're arcane criminals from a small country, and people will forget about them in less than a month. Only a few would believe that it has any real influence on Vienna. You know, the young artists who think highly of themselves, the schemers with evil plans, and the conspiracy theorists suffering from neurasthenia. The Megas and the Bohemians are already giving us a headache. Arcanists, they are not at all the Empire's top ethnic concern.
But aren't you in charge of the registration and management of Arcanists?
Well, first of all, isn't my loyalty to His Majesty and the Empire? Before you use the title Head of the Vienna Branch to define me, I am first and foremost an honored citizen of Vienna, and I serve our great Emperor, lady.
And I thought you said this was a tolerant city.
Oh yes, we are responsible for dealing with the problems caused by the Arcanists, just as we deal with the Megars and the Bohemians. Alright, that's the Venerable Vienna branch of the St. Pavlov Foundation over there. Let's go.
Mr. Call is very different from the staff of the headquarters.
In fact, most of the time the branch members aren't comrades who share the same goals as us. They're more like local officials we have to deal with. We need them as a buffer between the Foundation and the local governments. They can help us maintain peace in the human world. But you can't ask too much of them. Not all of them are cosmopolitans. Most of them put their emperor and their country first. That's why we shouldn't disclose classified information to them. Does it still hurt?
Oh, it feels much better now.
Good. Marcus, did you already have that license before you joined the Foundation?
Yes. Austria abolished that policy in 1868, but Romania did not until 1913. I carried it with me out of habit. Thank goodness I did. This is indeed the era I'm from. That time has returned.
Never disclose any information about the storm or the era to irrelevant people. Put away your license. We need to catch up with Carl. Remember my words, Marcus. Never trust anyone, even if they're a branch member of the Foundation.
圈 A 旁旁例如人呢？圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，我去你们说的马库斯是我同学。圈 A 旁旁例如。还看不看？圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，我去你们说的霍夫曼是我同学。Face with tears of joy。圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，看。圈 A 旁旁例如，你个币几点睡？圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，12点半。圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，圈 A 和 KAA 下划线317，是不是没发出来？
It's splendid. Look at the walls, simple yet elegant. It's like a temple of modern art. I can read the contrast between different shapes and textures. This Mr. Ulrich must have put so much effort into the design. It must be a very pleasant place to work at, Mr. Call.
Oh, no. This is a secession building. Another meeting place for the young artists to show off, other than the cafes. They said they wanted to break away from traditional art. Well, it's more like they're breaking away from human life. There's nothing to like here. Only inexplicable paintings and neurasthenic lunatics. But people keep coming back. There are even secession groups to the secession. Like cells dividing through mitosis. The entrance to our venerable branch is on the left. Please follow me. Notice the guard? It's the most loyal and reliable knight of Vienna, powered entirely by arcane ritual. The greatest achievement since the revival of Arcanum in Europe. In 1662, a royal magician from London offered it to the emperor at the time. Since then, it's guarded the empire for centuries.
Ah, sir! Greetings, dear Sascapia. How is your son Tamino? I hear he's not getting along well with his fiancée.
He's a strange one. What's he doing standing in the corner like that?
My apologies, Miss Hoffman. Please hold on. Terrific, Heinrich! Just as terrific as your pathetic art career!
That's great! Best wishes to you, Sascapia. Oh, my apologies. Greetings to you, Angelotti. And unknown lady.
See, he is one of those crazy artists. Everyone knows that I only have this beautiful daughter of mine. This mustacheless gentleman went to study in Berlin and has just returned. I guess he didn't learn much in class, and now he's throwing himself into opera. He must have listened to Wagner and Mozart so much it damaged his central nervous system. That's why he sees everyone as a character in an opera. Operas and music, they do harm to your eyes and fill your ears with useless sounds.
Is every artist like that? Scarpia, Angelotti. They are indeed characters from the opera Tosca.
Oops! I am getting off topic. Don't worry. We've modified its original ritual to meet the needs here. Lots of people come in and out after all. You just need to knock on the armor 3 times, touch a mustache, and it will let you in. I forgot you have no mustaches, my dear ladies. But you do have arcane skills, right?
First of all, I am not an arcanist. Second, I am not as humorous as you think.
Fine, but that was no joke, as this thing only accepts mustaches. It's a symbol that every gentleman should have. And not everyone's like Heinrich.
Just give me the list of arcanists we mentioned in the letter, Mr. Carl. We don't need to go into the branch.
Oh no, do you really want to miss the scenery of the Donau? And the sight of the modern transport system? There's no better way to tour the ring roads than by carriage. And we've booked a room for you at the Zaka Hotel. By the way, have you tried the treasure of Austria?
Thank you. We already had it while you were enjoying your lunch. Now, please, give us the list. And I'm sure you've received a telegram from the headquarters. You are to investigate the people around Theophil von Dittersdorf.
Okay, all right. It's a pity, lady from the headquarters. Here you are. And that's all of it. All of it. Oh, and this. 2 tickets to the Vienna Royal Orchestra. Please give them to Mr. Richard, and when you see him, send my sincerest regards.
I will.
Who's Mr. Richard?
The contact between the Foundation and the Vienna branch in 1914. A phantom of history. At that time, people still believed the golden age that had begun with the last generation would continue as it should, and that their positions in government would be as unshakable as the long-standing empire.
Shoot, it won't let me in.
You're not joking, are you, Mr. Carl?
I am not. Darn! What is going on? Is this thing broken? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, my belly. Oh, I had the suit custom made in Paris. What on earth is going on? Why is the defense system activated?
Marcus, can you read its internal rituals?
Considering its sluggishness, yes, I think so.
Good. It's a good chance for you to get some experience. Just stay safe.
Oh, no! Miss Hoffman! These columns represent the spirit of the Vienna branch! You shouldn't be so violent!
Adapt, improve, and advance. Arcanum should be kept up with the times, not lock itself away in a museum and wallow in the good old days. There was something visibly wrong with this thing, and we were rightfully doing our job. If you have any concerns about this, I'll include them in the report. And I should remind you that you've spent too much time on your free will. We're running out of time.
9! Procedures are not the problem, darn it! You're not German, are you?
So, what's wrong with the golem?
As Mr. Carl said, its structure is simple and yet incredible. The malfunction comes from one of the components. There's an extra stroke on the enchantment. These strokes look new. I guess the staff made a mistake when they did the maintenance or repair.
Let's hope so. Now take a look at this before Mr. Carl comes out. Several days ago, a member of the field agent squad found a painting that was reported in this magazine, The Pan. It belonged to Theophil von Dittersdorf, a deceased artist from Vienna who committed suicide. Its name is The Salvation, and it was found along with a poem. The poem mentions the doomsday, the reversal of time, and the rain.
Salvation and rain. It sounds so...
Yes. And given the sightings of Manus leaders in Vienna, we believe Theophil came into contact with Manus leaders before he died, and probably learned the truth of the storm and the method of salvation. This was how Manus Vindictae recruited Arcanists in 1929.
If he knew the method of salvation, why did he still kill himself? Auf der Suche nach Silenus im Walde fragte ich ihn: Was ist das Beste und Wunderbarste für den Mensch? Die Rede, wo der Mensch nie geboren wurde, sagte er. Ich betrachtete ihn, den Ring des Lebens, den Ring aller Leben. Deine Hände formen den Ring, und das Urteil wird ausgesprochen. Am jüngsten Tag, in der Dämmerung, wenn die Geschichte verblasst. O Welt! Sein Kopf beißt sich in seine Füße. Seine Knie berühren seine Nase. O Mensch! Sie bewohnen die Erde und warten darauf, dass der Himmel fällt. Gestern wird zu morgen. Morgen verwandelt sich wieder in gestern. Wer wird im Regen verschwinden? Wem wird das ewige Glück gewährt? Die Gnade von oben. Und diese Lehre des Aufhören der Existenz.
Oh, that was so moving, Miss Sieglund. Poor Sigmund, my best friend, has returned to the void. Thank you all for coming today to shed tears for our departed hero. He was a righteous and noble man who cared for his people. He was still trying to save the Arcanists on the Golden Isle before he died. He left us so many beautiful poems and paintings. Shame that the fire burnt everything to ashes. The only thing that survived was the salvation. We were in a golden age of progressive ideas. We believed the Enlightenment would make ignorance history and lead us to paradise where everyone would be saved. The barrier between Arcanists and humans would be removed. In Vienna, that tolerant city, we would stand together hand in hand, back to back, reliving the intimacy we once shared when we first came into this world. Oh, world. Its head bites its feet. Its knees touch its nose. But the reality is, the survival space of Arcanists is shrinking. We tried to speak up in our own language, but that only makes us strangers in our own land. That's why we have decided to exhibit Sigmund's last work. Not only in memory of the deceased, but in memory of his noble spirit, his sincere concern for his people, and his scrutiny of this tragic world. There is no need to be sad, my friends. He has left us with the Rheingold. We will found a committee with the funds raised by the exhibition to improve the conditions of unregistered Arcanists.
The youngest and the most outstanding opera singer in Vienna, Theophel's sister, Isolde von Dietersdorf, will present the details.
Now I see why we were ordered to investigate Theophel's connections. There may be spies from Manus Vindictae among them.
I know the Vienna branch has a lot of bureaucratic problems, but we need their help to carry out the mission in this era. The search warrant, the letter of introduction, the evidence collection permit. They've provided us with all the official documents we need in this era, as well as a list of all the arcanists in Vienna in 1914. But we're not going to cooperate with them any further, because of the requirements to confidentiality. We'll only need manpower from them in the following operations. In case you spend a whole day on the A section, Marcus, we're looking for Teofil. Starts with a T.
How did you know I was starting from line A? It says Teofil belonged to a group of artists called the Circle. They often gathered in the Secession building. Madam Hoffman, I think we can make contact with them one by one.
What's happening?
I sense strong arcane fluctuations over there. I think it's a ghost?
圈 A 旁例如有点累了。圈 A 旁例如导播一下歇了。
I can only stand those arcanists from the Foundation and Laplace.
If you insist.
圈 A 旁例如人呢？